I don't really make video essays anymore. I told myself I was done with the format, but it's been 2 years since I finished Signalis, and I'm still thinking about it. I remember surfing through Reddit threads at 1 a.m., rewatching cutscenes, thinking about the ending, at least the one that I got. I went in expecting a fun horror game, maybe a pixelated Dead Space or another Silent Hill. That's actually what I thought for the first hour or two. The atmosphere, the resource management, even some of the enemy design triggered that part of my brain. But I was wrong, not because the plot twist wowed me, but rather because, depending on the ending you get, it forces you to make research just to understand what you've experienced. By the time I finished it, the game had turned into some kind of leech, and the only cure I found was more videos, more theories, more comments. I simply needed to know more about it. But the issue with searching about this game is that there are no one answer to everything, but rather multiple. Now, I am no Stephen King, but I notice when a universe is built with intention and care. By the way, I used to write. I never got published though. On paper, Signalis has everything that a survival horror game will have, and more. You have puzzles, you have combat that feels like chess game, characters, environmental storytelling. Okay, maybe not that one, but it's good to have it. You also have level design, and all of that is before we even get to the story, which is where the game actually exceeds. And if you know me, you probably don't, but I love a good story. If you haven't played the game, I would recommend doing so before watching the rest because I'm about to spoil the shit out of it. And don't worry, I'll still be here when you finish. So, yeah, go. Alright, here's a summary of the main story. You, yes, you play as Elster, a replica searching for Alina, her potential guest out. Except the search was never really about Alina, it was about Ariane, who happens to be the one in control throughout most of your journey. Now, in this universe, the government makes replicas, robot versions of civilians, and wipe their memories, then send them on missions branded as search for habitable planets. The usual, but in reality, there's a built in expiration date around 3000 cycles, roughly 8.2 years, after which the ship reactor fails and radiation slowly kills everyone aboard. Of course, Ariane has to figure this out mid mission. Ariane, being human, deteriorates faster because over those 8 years they've fallen for each other. Ariane puts Elsa into cryo to buy her more time and to make a promise. If the suffering becomes unbearable, the other would end it. That promise is the entire reason you spend the game fighting through hell to find her. There are already thousands and thousands of videos about Signalis, so why make another one? The thing is, I researched Signalis, and the more I know about it, the less I understand it. And that's not a criticism, that's just the design working as intended. The ambiguity, I think, in my opinion, is the point. It's built in a way that puts the player inside of those two characters' shoes. You're supposed to feel just like them. What I mean by that is we're sent on a suicide mission for political reasons that we never find out why. We, just like the characters, never uncover their answers to most of our questions, just like who is the Gestalt version of Elster, or are we inside Falk's dream or Ariane's dream? Or what even is the red gate? Here's something that stuck with me. The sound design, the characters of course, the art direction. I love pixelated games. The OST. It created such an amazing soundtrack that you really just have to listen to. So here's two examples. You have Simulator. I think I just butchered the name, but if you listen closely, you can almost distinguish a scream joined by this eerie metallic sound. And then you have the other side of the spectrum, the Train Ride soundtrack, which sounds fucking beautiful. But you wanna know what makes Signalis even better? The endings. So there are 5 of them. You have the Promise ending, the Artifact, Leave, Memory, and Cancellation. Every ending has its own requirements, which makes the game replayable. Pretty cool for a small studio. By the way, I got the Cancellation ending, also known as the False ending. So to answer your question, yes, I was really, really happy when I got it. I usually make videos about storytelling, and after sitting with this script for 2 years, I realized Signalis earns a permanent spot in the lineup. So I'll be covering more games going forward, at least the one that deserve my time. This video was long overdue, so thank you for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully.